We need to talk about Trump, Hitler, and the church. Right-wing influencers are attacking Pope Leo. They say he's too liberal. But this isn't just another culture war headline. It's a calculated political assault because Trump and his allies know if they lose control over faith, they lose control over the narrative, because faith isn't neutral in this battle. It's strategic. From the beginning, Trump understood something many still underestimate. Faith isn't just a belief system. It's a political force. His movement is wrapped in Christian imagery, and at the center is a Heritage Foundation, led by Kevin D. Roberts, a devout Catholic with ties to Opus Dei. Trump also works closely with Russell Vought, a Christian nationalist and key architect of Project 2025 and Schedule F. This isn't fringe, it's an institutionalized attempt to merge church, state, and Trumpism. Just a day before Pope Francis died, J.D. Vance visited the Vatican, possibly to repair the ties to the Vatican, but it didn't work out well. Leo was elected a pope who speaks of humility, justice, and solidarity, not domination, not nationalism. Steve Bannon had already warned against Cardinal Robert Prevost.
I do think one of the dark horses, and I think unfortunately he's one of the most progressive, is Cardinal Prevost.
When Pope Leo was chosen, he called the process rigged.
This was totally rigged by the Curia to be both anti-Trump and to drive, we're going to have a schism in the church because the traditional Catholics are not going to go along with the continuation of Bergoglio.
Okay. But why the panic? Because Leo appears to be a pope they can't control, and that makes him dangerous to Trump's movement. This isn't new. In 1933, Hitler signed a concordat with the Vatican. He needed Catholic support, and the Church, fearing communism more than fascism, saw him as a potential shield against Stalin. In return for legal protections, the Vatican agreed to political neutrality. They hoped to protect German Catholics and preserve the Church's influence under the new regime. But Hitler used the agreement to neutralize resistance, then turned on the Church. Over 2,700 clergy who refused to conform were sent to Dachau. Among them was Pastor Martin Niemöller, who later wrote the famous poem, First They Came for the Communists. When the Vatican finally spoke out, it was too late. It isn't too late in the United States now. Keep in mind, fascists don't ban religion, they banned it until it no longer serves God but themselves. This matters now because Trump is building a Christian nationalist state. He reinstated the White House Faith Office led by televangelist Paula White. Now he's appointed Russell Vought into his ranks too again. Vought has said the US should fight the left with the ferocity of the Old Testament. This isn't about spirituality. It is about power, and Pope Leo may be the first moral force powerful enough to disrupt that plan. That's why MAGA is already trying to discredit him, before his message can reach the hearts of American believers. If you're Catholic, or simply a person of faith, you should be outraged by how far-right politicians are using your religion for control. You can't stay silent while your faith is being weaponized. Not again. And if you're not religious, understand this. A pope who stands for compassion and justice could be a powerful ally against Christian nationalists. We don't know yet if Leo is truly an ally, but if he is, then it's on us to make sure every Christian in America hears his message. Because the only thing authoritarians fear more than losing an election is facing a faith that refuses to kneel. Yes, progressives and the church have real, painful differences, but right now we face a threat bigger than those divisions. The rise of Christian nationalism isn't just an American problem, it's a global authoritarian movement, and until that danger is past, we must find common ground where we can, even if it's difficult, even if it's temporary, because democracy won't survive without unlikely alliances, and fascism only wins when we stay divided.